Welcome to the wave wall video. Like the other videos, this video is divided into 3 sections: the sample sales pitch, then a review of presentation materials, and finally, the frequently asked questions. First up is the sample sales pitch.
Wave Wall is a sister product to Woven Wall. This system uses a similar hardware system and the same laminate, wood veneer, resin, and aluminum styles that are offered in Woven Wall. The undulating wave of elegant tiles can also be used as a wall or a ceiling. The tiles can be specified as alternating or, as might be desired to simplify cleaning, in the continuous format. Price will start at $30 per square foot. This product is also very easy to specify. We have an online configuration tool to assist in the design process and easy to install with our step-by-step installation instructions. Wave Wall comes in 3 standard widths: 20 inches wide, 30 inches wide, and 40 inches wide. However, any custom width can be achieved with Wave Wall. You can even specify various widths by column. Start with a thin column and transition to wider columns, for example. Though we don't have a tested NRC for Wave Wall like we do with Woven Wall, the curved nature of Wave Wall provides a diffusive element to the space which will help channel sound to absorptive materials like ceiling tiles or carpet. As a standard, the tiles run horizontally, but you can rotate the solution and have the panels run vertically, and you can also utilize custom imagery with Wave Wall system.
There are a number of materials that you should use to conduct an effective presentation on studio products. Right now, we'll focus on the materials you should have to present on Wave Wall. You need the C3 color chain. This will be helpful to have on hand for support. You also need 4x4 samples to show the available laminate, aluminum, wood veneer, poly resin, and high-res offerings. You should also have the overview fold-out brochure that shows the entire studio line. This brochure is a great giveaway for each attendee at your presentation. Finally, you should have a studio catalog, which shows all of the studio offerings. Each A&D library or firm should have at least 1 copy of this catalog. We'll now review some of the most frequently asked questions about Wave Wall and give you the information you need to answer those questions. How is Wave Wall installed? When installing Wave Wall, you should follow the installation and assembly instructions. The tools that are needed will be a drill, rubber mallet, a level, screws, and possibly a ladder. In addition, customers are provided with a spacer, which is used to correctly space out the frame, and a grid diagram to help with placement of the tiles. The basic installation steps are the following. First, place the first edge of the edging extrusion in the desired position and attach it to the wall with screws. Then, fit the bottom inner extrusion at the correct height and flush with the end of your edging extrusion and attach it with screws and liquid nails. At this point, the spacer can be used to correctly place the rest of the inner extrusions from bottom to top. Now, starting at the top left, attach the outer extrusions in the correct orientation. For alternating Wave Wall, make sure you alternate the orientation of the outer extrusions. Once all of the outer extrusions have been placed, the second end of the edging extrusion can be fitted against the rest of the assembled frame. The tiles can then be placed starting with shape A tiles, then shape B, then shape C. Make sure to reference the grid diagram for correct placement and installation of the tiles. What is the fire rating for Wave Wall? Wave Wall materials have been tested for flammability and smoke test with the ASTM E84-03 standard and Varia Eco Resin was tested with the NFPA 286. The results were the following. Varia Eco Resin received a Class A rating. Aluminum finishes also received a Class A rating. Wood veneer received a Class B rating, and colored laminate also received a Class B rating. What are the acoustic properties of wave wall? Wave wall does not have the same strong absorptive properties as woven wall, but it does carry some acoustical value due to its texture. The texture and angles of wave wall diffuse or scatter the sounds, decreasing reverberation time relative to a flat wall surface. Where is wave wall manufactured? Materials for wave wall are ordered from various vendors and are then manufactured at our factory in Salt Lake City. Can wave wall be fabricated in the field? Yes, wave wall can be fabricated in the field, but it's not recommended because cutting individual tiles and parts can be time-consuming, and it is best to fit wave wall to the space and then trim around it if necessary. What is the lead time, price point, and size availability for wave wall? The standard lead time for wave wall is 3 weeks. The pricing for wave wall depends on the type of material specified. For example, polyresin starts at $29 per square foot. Colored laminate starts at $32 per square foot. Varia starts at $44 per square foot. Aluminum starts at $45 per square foot. And wood veneer also starts at $45 per square foot. For size availability, 4x8 panels and 4x10 panels are available, unfinished. Also, small modular tiles are available in 4x8 units. In addition, there are 3 size options for tiles: mini, midi, and maxi. Once installed, the mini size is about 19.5 inches. The midi size is about 29.5 inches, and the maxi size comes out to be about 36.5 inches. What are the design options for wave wall? There are a number of design options for wave wall, and many of them are similar to the options for woven wall and ripple wall. As we just discussed, there are 3 tile size options: mini, midi, and maxi. These different sizes can be used to create different patterns and aesthetics. Another design option is the type of finish. Specifiers can choose from 5 finish options, including polyresin, colored laminate, varia, aluminum, and wood veneer. Polyresin is available in 11 different colors. Colored laminate has 7 color options. Varia has countless color options, with the only limitation being that it must be 1/16 of an inch gauge. Also be aware that Ghost must be used as a backer for any Varia option. Aluminum has 6 color options, and there are 13 standard wood veneers to choose from. Be aware that there are additional customization possibilities within each of the standard options, and each possibility will be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. When it comes to pattern direction, any pattern will have to run parallel to the length or long dimension of the tiles. Also keep in mind that for materials that have finish options, such as Varia, sandstone is the recommended or default option because it's the most durable. Finally, when it comes to the gauge, wave wall must always be 1/16 of an inch. Can I use adhesive to make the tiles more permanent? In some cases, customers may want to make the tiles more permanent, to prevent theft, for example. However, they may still need the ability to remove tiles. For instance, they may need to access lighting behind the tiles. In these cases, the best adhesive to use is Sil Glaze 2, which can be purchased from 3form. This adhesive will work as it should with all of our materials except for polyresin. However, even when used on polyresin, this adhesive will make the channel tighter, and despite the lack of true adhesion, would make the tiles more difficult to remove. Furthermore, if the client needs to remove the polyresin tiles, it would work to pull the tiles out, cut off the dried silicone, and then apply new silicone to replace the tiles. Now, if the customer wants something truly permanent, 3M DP 8010 is the choice. This adhesive, in contrast to Silglaze 2, does work with polyresin. Note that this is a very strong adhesive, and attempting to remove tiles with this adhesive applied will likely result in damaging the tiles. What is the sheet yield for wave wall? The sheet yield varies based on the tile type, shape, and wall configuration. For polyresin, the sheet yield is generally 2 tiles per sheet. For all other materials, the sheet yield is at least 8 tiles per sheet. Can wave wall be cut by 3form to fit to my exact wall or ceiling dimensions? Since wave wall is a modular system, it can be fit to any dimension to the nearest tile size. Using mini, midi, or maxi may help achieve this depending on the desired dimensions. What are the competitive products to wave wall? Although there are many decorative alternatives that can be used instead of this solution, there aren't any with a similar look and design as wave wall. What finish option should be used if the client is concerned about durability? The most durable finish for wave wall is polyresin or Varia with a sandstone finish.